So first of all, political organizations are two types, is it? Stateless and centralized. The stateless political organizations are again two types, band and tribe. The tribe based again two type. Kin based non-kin based. These are again two types. Lineage base and clan base. Then non-kin base age groups army clubs secret unions big man or big woman, is it something like that? Then centralized again chiefdom or chiefdoms and state or states. The chiefdoms also again monarch type chiefdoms and federative chiefdoms. States also same monarch type MONAR yeah. So welfare type okay, up to lineage and clan it's clear, is it? What are examples for lineage? New Year, is it? New Year's of New Year's of then Tews of Nigeria, then clan Wanibago, Red Indians. So something like that. Then age groups So, in many societies, in tribal communities particularly, so different age groups. The age groups may be 2, 3, or any. In Eskimos, maximum 48. In Kipsisi, just 2. But whereas in Eskimo, the 48. In Maasai, three groups for men, another 3 groups for women, something like that. That means in simple societies, tribal societies, the work division is based on yes. So such a groups, the groups which are based on the age, is it are known as age groups. In Kipsisi, 2 groups only, very simple. The younger group, elder group. All youth will form one group, so old people will form another group. So the youth group, the major activity that is protection and production. Yeah. So production means involving in economic activities. Protection, police, army, something like that, is it? So protecting the society. That is, production and protection are the 2 activities allotted to young. Then the elder groups, senior group otherwise, that is advisory in nature. They give political advice, social advisors, how to celebrate the festivals, how to conduct ceremonies. They provide training, they give advisors, then something like that. So training providing and giving some advices related to any economic activity, political activity, social activity, in all the means, something like that, 2 groups. Yeah. See, in Eskimo, 48 means for every 2 years, if man survives 100 years, continuously goes on change in one group to the another. That means the labor is demarcated. Yeah. This age group should involve in this age group should involve in this age group should involve in this, something like that. Yeah. What are that 48? We don't know, of course. In Maasai, 3 groups for the men, another 3 groups for the women. The 3 groups are children group, is a playing, enjoying and seeking. At the same time, youth group, production and protection. Elder group, they are advisory. So something like that in both the sides, men and women sides. For men 3, for women 3, something like that. The age groups are present in many societies. Army clubs, particularly in pastoral community, the total youth will form some unions, associations, clubs. Their major aim is protecting, name itself army clubs, army groups. Yeah. So continuously bodybuilding, is it? And increasing their strength and protecting the society. So protecting the cattle and even involving in the cattle thefts, something like that. So just like army activity. Yeah. Internal protection, external protection also, both. Yes. Secret unions, potlash, we know already, is it? Yeah. So the people who want to become leaders by the recognition of the public, they produce first abundant number of goods and articles then they finally distribute. Such a system is known as potlatch type of redistribution. In such societies, definitely they maintain some spy groups, secret unions to collect the information related to the enemy groups, opponents. So something like that. Not only in such society, in many societies also they maintain the spy groups. Yes. What about our enemies? What they are planning? So how to defend the self, that means the group, then how to attack the other group. Is any our enemy, opponent is planning to attack any, something like that, just like army. This is also, but they never involve in army activities, but their duty is only collecting information. That's why they are known as secret unions or clubs or groups, whatever. Big man or big woman. In Philippines, so almost in Pacific Ocean island nations, so this type of administrative system is very, very high. It is almost similar to that of the potlatch only. Yeah. So the persons who want to become leaders, yeah. So first they produce number of tools, ornaments, something. Then they distribute to the public. They always try to gain the public opinion. That means this is a self-made leadership. Yeah. By helping the youth and the society, definitely then get the name in the society, finally public opinion. Yes. Such a leadership is known as big man leadership. It is self-made. If there is a man, big man. If there is a woman, big woman. Yes. So very popular this one in Polynesian islands, African islands, so something. Yeah. So this is about stateless. Yeah. Kapaku, one society is there. Here, the big man, the leader is known as Tanovi. So, something like that. Okay. Then, chiefdom. This is centralized administrative system. Chiefdom. So, here almost kin base or non-kin base, whatever, these groups are very simple groups. A single tribe. That's why they comes under tribe only. That means these are all homogeneous societies. Only single group, one tribal group. Yeah. So that may be a simple one, a part of the tribe, there is a band. That may be total, in that again, just some families, their lineages, segmentary, maximal, minimal, major, minor, something, no? Yeah. So something segmentary lineage based administrative system, something. Union of lineages leads to clan. So this is also same tribe only, is it? Within the tribe, the clan level administration, here councils will play the prominent role. Yeah. So the in council, each lineage has one seat, that means, is it? Yeah. In clan council, again all clans collectively form another is a council, that is interclan council. In interclan council also all clans have equal representation. That means one seat for each clan. So at the same time, a proper demarcation in the duty also, task also. Each clan has a defined task to fulfill it. Something like that. So this is also, of course, non-kin based, but this is definitely another single tribe only, single group. Yeah. In that, all youth one group, aged people another group. That is age groups. That may be many groups. Yeah. Here itself, some youth clubs or army clubs, they are also known as youth clubs. Their major aim is to protect the society. Then secret unions or spy unions to collect the information from the opponents or enemies. So that is the duty. Then big man, self-made leadership by helping and distributing, something like that. This is completely takes place in one tribe level only. Yes. These are all comes under stateless, just tribe level only. That's why many times they give simple band and tribe. Yeah. That means this all you have to write. Yeah. This is centralized, means not one tribe. Yeah. Sometimes many tribal groups, that may be 3, 4, 10, 20, 30, 40, many tribal groups. Sometimes live in a defined territory. Or the powerful chiefs of tribes, is it? After waging war and conquering, is it? Then they themselves declare, I am the chief of something. That means in chiefdom, chief is the ultimate authoritative person. All powers are in the hands of chief. That's why that is known as centralized. This not only centralized, is a multi-level administrative system. Reason is number of villages, number of tribal communities. Is it? Again, each tribal community have their own leaders. Finally, one chief, he unifies the total community. That means here the chief is head of not a single tribe. He is a head of many communities which are living in that defined territory. That means here a defined territory is there. Chief is the ultimate source of power here. Is it? He has absolute authority. Even sometimes he can maintain a council. He can allot the duties to different persons. Division of the work. Not only in the council, sometimes the work is divided at multi-level. So this village in charge is given to some XYZ. That village in charge, some another one. Some another village in charge for another one. For this 10 villages, 2-3 heads. For this 2-3 heads. For overall, another. Ultimately, finally, the chief. That means this is definitely formal, not informal, centralized, multi-level administrative system. Here, chief is the ultimate source of power. See, sometimes here, the chief may be the only source of the power. There is no council or any another, nothing. Then that is known as monarch type of chiefdoms. Sometimes all tribal communities have their representatives in the council. Is it? The head of the council is the chief. Is it? But chief is ultimate, of course, but he considers the advisors of different tribal communities also. Okay. Then that is known as federal tribe type of, just like union of states, something. Yes. But definitely head is chief itself. Yeah. Here, chief post is permanent. He is not a temporary, just like the band. He is a permanent, inheritable one, always in next generation. His eldest son or his son is the next authoritative person. That means here inheritance, hierarchy, is it? Division of the powers. Many things will play prominent role. Yes. Sometimes in tribal community they believe that the leaders have some ultimate powers, mana. Study this point somewhere. Is it? Yeah. They believe it. He's a very powerful. Yes. His family background, his capacity, his power of mana decides his power, his authority, something. So that is chiefdom. Very simple. Very simple. Then state. You know this already. The state means here in chiefdom also definitely a defined territory, number of communities, unified by a leader, a strong leadership. Maximum, the major reason is the war and conquering and unifying. That is the reason for the establishment of chiefs. Yeah. But this one, of course, here also maybe in earlier times kings, king also war only. Is it? Kingdom, chiefdom, both are same. Both are same. The chiefdoms, also known as kingdom sometimes. No, the chiefdom, kingdom, both are ended. Now we are in state. That means here, defined territory, defined population, then the powers or rights given to the public, then a defined governance. Is it? A rule-based law. Application of law for all. Similarly, that may be written rules or unwritten rules. Is it? Written constitution, unwritten constitution, Britain and some another example, we know that. Is it? But the major characters are defined territory first, defined public citizens, then powers given to the citizens, then a defined governance, moral, sovereignty, ultimate authority. The state is not a part of or not a domain of any other country, any foreign country. That means state is absolutely independent and centralized administrative unit. It includes defined territory, public, that means the people, then people should have rights, then a defined governance, rule-based, then rule of law, application of law for all, then sovereign power, then law-making body, law implementing body, legislature, executive, judiciary, army, police, control. If that is there, then that is known as state. These are all present in India. That's why India is known as state. State. 100% state. No one will ask in anthropology. They ask always whether stateless, band and tribe, or chiefdoms. That's it. That's it. Are you seeing the question papers also? Yes. That's it. They never ask this one. This is the modern one. In some countries, that means states, yes, the head is ultimate. He is only the powerful man. Then monarch type. They also known as police states. Study in constitution. Yes. No, if public is the ultimate, then that is known as welfare state. Have you studied these two terms in constitution? Yes. Similarly, here also same thing. That may be monarch state or police state or welfare state, democratic state. Something like that. People are ultimate here. Chief itself ultimate here. Is it? Chief or king or any highest authoritative person. Here also, it is also multi-level. It is also formal. It is also centralized. Is it? Then defined territory, defined public, that means citizens. Then citizen rights, fundamental rights. Then defined governance, direct principles of state policy, something. Our constitution is based on very simple, the principles of state only. The principles of state itself is a base for the constitution. What is the first principle? There must be defined territory. That's the first part of the constitution, explains about territory. Yes, 1 to 4 articles. Second part, what is that? Citizenship. Who are the citizens of this land? Public. Is it? That is citizenship. 5 to 11. No articles also. Then what about the third part? Fundamental rights. What rights the citizens have? If citizens have no any fundamental rights, right of liberty, right to thought, right to think, right to act, is it? Right to move, right to profession, how country will develop? Is it? Country means union of individuals. Individual progress itself is a country progress. That means citizens should have absolute rights. But Indian constitution is not providing any absolute rights. They are relative. Conditions apply. That's why third part, fundamental rights. Fourth one, governance. The rules and regulations of the governance. That's why the chapter name is known as Directive Principles of State Policy. The principles as well as directions. Do like this. That's not a simple principle. That's a directing principle of the state. What for? To implement policies and programs. See the name. That's why there is the name. Directive Principles of State Policy. That is the fourth one. Then next, central government start, state government start. Then seventh part, of course, deleted one. Eighth part, union territories. Ninth part, Panchayati Raj. Again 9 also, again divisions are there. 9A municipalities, 9B corporations. Like that 4A also has another part, fundamental duties. 10th one, schedule area, tribal area administration. 11th one, central state administration. 12th one, money matters. Money, property, sureties, bonds, issues, something like that. 13th one, language, official language. 14th, UPSC. 14A, tribunal. You know all this. 15th one, no, elections. Is it? 16th one, SC/ST welfare. Is it? So something like that, it goes on. It goes on. Yeah. 17. What about the 17? Official language. 18. Emergency. 19. Special provisions given to President and Governor. 20th. Constitutional amending procedure. 21st. Special provisions given to some states. 370 Jammu Kashmir, 371 many are there. So particular 370 Jammu Kashmir, 371 Gujarat and Maharashtra. Is it 371 A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I up to I think K. Karnataka lost something. Yeah. So something it goes on. That means constitution is based on the principles of state. What are the state principles? On the basis of that they are organized. But up to certain level only, after that then okay, he added. Depend upon the prominency and something. The state principles clearly they mentioned in preamble itself. What are the terminology mentioned in preamble? What is the nature of country? The 3SDR, SSSDR, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. These 5 characters comes under nature of the state. The state means first power, that is sovereignty. Second one, earlier that is not there, of course, again added democratic, then republic. These 3. But later on, 1976 by 42nd amendment, then they added another, not 2, 3 terms, but here 2, in nature 2. One is socialist, another one is secular. Then integrity term also they added. That is different dimension. Then the same preamble provides for objectives also. 5 characters of the state and 4 objectives. What are the objectives? Justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. These are also again definitely principles of state. State means should provide justice to the public. Justice means, what is the meaning of justice? Yes, equality only, but equal application of laws. Enforcing of laws equally for all the members of the state is known as justice. The justice term we borrowed from no. Preamble the concept of preamble we borrowed from USA. But the justice Russian. Then liberty, fraternity. Another, what is the term? Equality, France. What about the republic? France. That means in preamble American ideology, Russian and France concepts are present in it. Ideology borrowed from the USA, but the concept of justice and objectives, liberty, equality, fraternity, and even the concept of republic also borrowed from the France. So something like that it goes on. So that is not our dimension here. So anyhow, these are all the characters of states. That's why we discussed that. Not necessary here. For your comfortness, I am using the terminology, that's it. But in state characters, you have to mention all. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. So this is, that's it. So original class is yesterday class only banned. Remaining हो गया. Then लिखो then. That's why maximum they give band. Very important one, band. Okay, next. Lineage based political organization. Lineage based political organization. It is also given sometimes, but it has given as a segmentary lineage. Is it like that? Yeah. Lineage based political organization. Okay. It is a segmentary in nature. It is a segmentary in nature. It includes number of segments known as maximal major, minor, and minimal. The minimal lineage is a original and permanent, remaining all based on minimal one or minimal. Some minimal lineages comes under minor. Some minor lineages comes under major. All major comes under maximal. I hope it's clear. All the problems will be solved at the same level of lineage. This type of lineages are very popular in Nuyers of Sudan and Tivs of Nigeria. In Nuer, the maximal leader is known as leopard skin chief. He has absolute authority. His leadership is formal in nature. In this society, if a person killed another lineage person, the killer should surrender himself to the chief. The chief purifies the sinner by making 2 cuts on his hand. 2 cuts. The chief purifies the sinner by making 2 cuts on his hand, known as bir, bir, in bracket or simply, whether in bracket or blood gift. Bir, small line, blood gift, BLOOD, blood gift, known as blood gift. This bir is known as blood gift, known as bir, blood gift. It's clear, I think. Finally, this person has to compensate the victim's family by offering 40 to 50 cattle. Sometimes he has to take the responsibility of the victim's family. So this is the system. Then final conclusion. It is absolutely balanced and compensatory democratic political system. It's enough. Compulsory, that compensatory and balanced. Underline it. Then next, clan-based political organization. Clan-based political organization. It is a formal and democratic political organization. Division of work and legitimate political authority are perfectly established. In these political organizations, clan councils and inter-clan councils play prominent role. All lineage heads are the members in clan council. All clan leaders or heads are the members in inter-clan council. Each clan has a defined task. Example, Vennibago Red Indians, VNNI. Even W also you can write. In some books they have written W also. Majority books they mention V only, but in some books they mention, of course, nomenclature, no problem. Vannibago Red Indians. Okay, again write it. In Vannibago Red Indians there are 12 clans. The chief of the council is the head of the Thunderbird clan. Buffalo clan leader assist the chief in administrative matters. Bear clan leader, BAR, Bear clan leader look after the internal and external security. The remaining clans water spirit, SPRIT, water spirit, only one term. Elk, elk, water spirit, elk. Wolf, WOLF, etc. Look after the other tasks. Look after the other tasks. Non-kin based. Yes, groups. Many tribal societies Many tribal societies have groups. These age groups are very popular in Kipsisi, Galla, New Year, Inca, Eskimo, and Maasai. In Kipsisi, the age groups are only two. Whereas in Eskimo, they are 48 in number. In Kipsisi, one group is known as senior group, another is known as junior. Senior group is also known as elder group. Its major task is providing training and advices. The junior group, also known as younger group, its major activity is protection and production. They involve in all social, economical, and political activities. Senior groups guide the junior groups in policy making and implementing. In Maasai community, three men groups and three women groups are present. They are young, youth, and old groups. In this community also, youth groups are productive and protective. The old groups are advisory in nature. Young group is a playing and seeking group. Next, army clubs. Army clubs, also known as youth clubs, their major task is to protect the community, cattle, and property present in pastoral societies. Next, secret unions. Secret unions are very popular in fishing and pastoral communities. They are useful to collect the information related to the rival groups or opponent groups. Next, big man or big woman. Big man is a self-made leadership. He gains public opinion and support through his personal activities such as providing loans, helping the poor, giving feasts, and distributing different goods and articles. This type of leadership is very popular in Polynesian island nations and in African communities. In Kapaku community, such a leader is known as Tanovi. Next, chiefdom. Chiefdom is an autonomous, formal and centralized administrative unit. It is a political unit. It is a political unit with a chief at its head. The chief is a representative of many communities. The chief is not a leader of single tribe. He is a leader of multiple tribal groups. It has some formal structure. It has some formal structure that integrates many communities into a political unit. It has a defined territory, public and multi-level administrative system. On the basis of authority, chiefdoms are two types. Number one, monarchy type, and second one, federative type. In monarchy type, the head is known as chief or king. The chief is ultimate source of power. He can force the public to pay tax or provide gifts. He can also mobilize labor. In this type, the chief can appoint many representatives to collect gifts and taxes. Next, federative monarchy, federative chiefdom. In federative chiefdoms, council play the prominent role, but the ultimate source of power is chief. All tribal lineage leaders and clan leaders are the members in the council. Lineage and clan leaders are the members. This council has a proper division of work, but final decisions are in the hands of chief. Next, in chiefdom, chief is a permanent head. His post is hereditary in nature. Sometimes the family background and supernatural power of the leader, the mana, play prominent role. This is about chiefdom. Then state. Write yourself state. What is the state? What characters it has? What is say state? State is a formal, write something, centralized, multi-level administrative unit. The state also two types. One is monarch type, second one welfare type. In monarch type, chief or head is ultimate source of power. In welfare type, public have the ultimate power. State includes a defined territory, defined people, a set of rights, to the people, a defined governance, and sovereignty. State is not a part or domain of any other Yeah, it is completely independent. All powers are in the hands of state. Powers of state, okay. There will be no external. So something like that. So that is not our dimension actually. Write whatever you want. 100% they never give. But if they give total political 99% they give, stateless political systems. Is it? Yeah. Maximum. Then law and justice in simple societies. Tell me yourself, what is law and what is justice? Just now we discussed already that also. What is law? A set of rules. Law. Of course. What is law? What is act? So we use some terminology, no? Law, act, charter, you studied also, is it? Yeah. Charter acts, somewhere we studied. Law, act, yeah. Dowry prohibition, act. Domestic violation prohibition, domestic violation, prohibition of domestic violation, act. Act, action. To do something, to implement something, we need something. That is act. That means to implement. That means dowry prohibition, act. Domestic violation prohibition, act. There is action. There is action. Then what is a constitution? Constitutional law, business law, mercantile law. Is it? Law is a very broad one, wide perceptional one. Law is the base to do something, to implement something. But law can't do anything. Understand what I am saying? To implement law, we need act. Is it? That's why whatever the parliament do something to implement, that is known as parliamentary acts. But to introduce something, that is parliamentary law. Law is a broad perception one. Is it? Forest production, law. How to protect the forest? To implement like this, like this, like this, like this. That is Protection Act again. Law is different, act is different. That means law is nothing but the policy, the policy type, the ambition, the aim, the goal, something, a broad one. Of course, as per the definition, a set of rules, that's there in the constitution also. A set of rules are there in business also. There's a mercantile law, criminal law, civil law, many laws are there. Is it? But to implement that, there must be some act again. Charter means, charter is a legal permission given to an authorized body. Even today also our universities release some guidelines. They are known as charters. That means under British rule, is it? In the name of British, the company has given something. That's why that is known as charters. In behalf of charter. That is not direct. With the help of some another again. Charter acts. Of course, that is also act. To do something. Is it? Is it first one regulating act or law, that one? Seventeen 73 regulating act. Why that is known as act? British government released that act to regulate the activities of the British company. Means, act means, understand what is the meaning of act? Yeah. That means to impose something, to implement something, to prohibit something, we need something. That is act. Action oriented one. Very simple. Over. Law is a broad one. Is it? Yeah. Very highly perceptual one, ideological one, broad view. A set of rules and regulations. Yes. Which are useful to establish an ideally organized society. Is it? A system of rules enforced by social institutions. Of course, definition is different. But the basic difference, that is, law is a broader view, act is a smaller one. useful to implement something. That may be promoting something, regulating something, or prohibiting something, or whatever that may be positive or negative or neutral. So something like that it goes on, whatever it may be. What is a law? A system of rules enforced by or enforced through social institutions, not other. If that is the institution legalized, if that has social permission, if that has social accepted, if that is going to implement a set of rules and regulations, then that comes under law. Yes. So something, justice. What is justice? Huh? Justice means equality only. That's why in Berubari case in 1960, 8-member Supreme Court bench, not 1 or 2, you know that, 8-member bench, they collectively opined that in preamble the terminology are vague. Is it? They have a broad meaning. We can't demarcate. That's why that's not the part of the constitution, first of all. That is only ideology of our constitution framers. That's the only ideology, but not the base. This is the result given in Berubari in 1960. So then in 1973, same Supreme Court in Keshavananda Bharati case again rejected that opinion and finally accepted that preamble is a part of constitution. According to Keshavananda Bharati, preamble not only part of the constitution, it comes under basic structure of the constitution also. That's why in 1773, first time they had given permission to amend the preamble. In Keshavananda Bharati case itself, they commented something. Preamble is definitely part of the constitution. So, the parliament can amend any part of the constitution, including preamble. That's why after that in 1976, first time preamble amended. By 42nd Amendment, 1976. By the recommendation of which committee? The committee recommended. Swaran Singh committee. Yes. So there is different story. Whatever it may be, forget that. Why that is a part of the constitution? According to Jawaharlal Nehru, the preamble is a heart of the constitution. Yes. According to K.M. Munshi, is a keynote. According to Barker, it is a political horoscope. That means when constitutional debate is going on, the members of the constitution, even many other persons also, constitutional experts also, has given their opinion related to the preamble. Preamble is not an ordinary one. Preamble is the soul of, heart of. Pandit Thakur Das commented it as a soul. Jawaharlal Nehru commented it as a heart. Munshi commented it as a keynote. Then finally even our Chief Justice Hidayatullah also commented it as, it's just like American Independence Declaration. That means, why the statements? The statements give a lot of validity to the preamble first. That means, even where you can find out the authority, is it? In India, the public is the highest authority. Is it? That authority is the public is mentioned in preamble itself. Preamble speaks basically 4 concepts first. The first one is the source of authority. That is the public. That's why Constitution beginning, we the people of India. It ends with, we ourselves solemnly something, declare, adapting and enacting ourselves. Something like that it ends. That means what? This is the democratic country. Public is the highest source of authority. Public can decide anything. The source of Constitution mentioned in the preamble itself. Then again, what type of state we have? India is a state. But what is the nature of the state? There is the answer. That answer is again in the preamble. Sovereign, socialist, democratic, republic. Is it? Something is there. Then constitutional objectives. Where that? That is also in the preamble. 4 objectives: justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. Such a beautiful part, icon part. Is it not? So, by giving a lot of validity to it, then Keshavananda Bharati case, the Supreme Court Chief Justice at that time, Sikri, he stated that preamble is absolutely part of Constitution. Yes. Very bari, that means Keshavananda Bharati case, not an ordinary case. Of course, again in Minerva Mills case also, LIC case also, many cases again, they commented, of course. The first time Keshavananda Bharati, there is a major one. No, there is no other topic here, whatever it may be. What does justice means? Justice is the spirit of the democratic system. Justice means equality, righteousness, lawfulness, rule of law, application of law common for all. Which article of the Constitution justifies the term justice? Hmm? 14. All are equal before law. Equal protection of the laws. Equal application of laws for all. Where this terminology is there? 14. That means originally the 14th article justifies the term justice. Just. Not only that, all fundamental rights also justifies. Of course, there is a different dimension. Whatever it may be, justice means lawfulness, legality, righteousness, equal application of laws for all. The total members of the citizens were treated equally. That is the meaning of justice. Law and justice. Of course, forget that. Of course, definition compulsory we need. Yeah. This law and justice are useful to control society, to maintain law and order, social control. What is again social control? What is social control? Yes. Putting some checks and balances. Means what again? Controlling the attitude of the individuals to maintain homogeneousness in the society, equality in the society, lawfulness in the society. If individuals behave themselves, how can we maintain unity and integrity? Is it? So, there must be some control. That means a system of social devices which are useful to regulate and control the attitude of individuals. That means the system of devices which are useful to control, which are useful to impose some limitations on the behavior of individual. That is social control. Term itself control. That means using some checks. No, you have no right. Untouchability prohibited. How can you practice it? That is a criminal act. Human trafficking is prohibited. How can you practice it? That is also a criminal act. That means state not only gives some rights, it also imposes restrictions and limitations. State has absolute power to control the attitude of the individuals first. That's why state is monarch. State is ultimate. State is absolute. State is state, that's it. No other equivalent to the state. That means, of course, that is again depend on public. So something, see, generally scholars after conducting research on tribal societies, in tribal societies, no Supreme Court, no High Court, no Constitution, no Parliament, no Judiciary, no police, no jails. So they came to conclude that definitely in simple societies, the political organization, administrative system, law and justice is totally absent. Then our anthropologists, they conducting research after that, they realized that no, law means what, justice means what. See, in simple societies, definitely the law and social norms and control, social, that means practices, we can't separate. The all social laws, is it? Social limitations, social restrictions, definitely work like law. Then how can we say law is not there in the simple societies? That means, see here, different scholars, Malinowski. Many times we know that, is it? Yeah. So this Malinowski, who is this Malinowski? A famous functionalist. According to this person, see the system of devices which are useful to control antisocial practices and behaviors is known as law. According to Malinowski, he used the term only, that is control. The system of devices which are useful to control. That's it. Antisocial. Then Rockley Brown. Who is this person? Structural functionalist. Very popular scholar. Is it? According to this person, same to same, the system of devices which are useful to punish and prohibit antisocial, that is known as law. That means simply they are focusing on some terminology. You must be careful when you use Malinowski. Control, this is the key term. When you use R.C. Brown, punish and prohibit, these are the two key terms. Then again, Louis. According to this person, public opinion itself is a law. In democratic system, what public decides, if that itself is a government, what they do, that itself is a law, then public opinion is the law. That's it. According to Heartland, in all societies, the values, traditions, customs, norms, morals, many are there. Many are there. These are all collectively work like law. That means this person has given the holistic view. Everything in the society comes under law only. Social values, social morals, social customs, social practices, everything collectively known as law. Something like that. This debate goes on. Then finally, compare it, primitive law and modern law. If they ask comparison, write comparatively. Otherwise, only primitive law, write primitive type only. That shall be discussed through notes. You can understand, nothing is there already. Many times we discussed that. Write it. Law and justice in simple societies. Okay. According to anthropologists, law and justice are universal, present in all the societies, including primitive, system of rules enforced through social institutions are known as laws. System of rules enforced through social institutions, keep under quotations. In simple societies, one can't separate the law from social norms and practices of the society. Next paragraph. Righteousness or lawfulness is known as justice. There is the only meaning, is it? Righteousness or lawfulness is known as justice. That means there is the meaning only, not the definition. Next, as per the definition, enforcing of laws to control social order rule of law and equal application of law for all. There is a definition. Is it? As per the definition, enforcing of laws to control social order, rule of law, and equal application of laws for all. Is it? That is justice. Next, law and justice are useful to maintain social control, system of social devices useful to regulate and control the behavior and attitude of individuals is known as social control. See, I am repeating. System of social devices useful to regulate and control the behavior and attitude of individuals is known as social control. Next, according to Malinowski, system of social devices and institutions which are useful to control antisocial attitudes and practices. Next, according to R.C. Brown, the system of devices which are useful to prohibit and punish antisocial. In the opinion of Louis, that's at the end. In the views of Louis, public opinion itself is a law. According to Heartland, social traditions, customs, values, morals, norms, collectively work like law. So these are some definitions, is it? Law and justice. Then modern law, primitive law. Divided into two. Modern law, primitive law. 2 columns is the best. But in syllabus only primitive law only is there, is it? Law and justice is a simple society, that itself is there. But sometimes they ask comparison under modern law. It is prescribed. Then under primitive, not prescribed. Next, modern law is a territorial in nature. Territory, we discussed already. Indian laws applicable in India only, not in Pakistan. Again, Andhra Pradesh laws applicable in Andhra Pradesh only, not in Karnataka. That means law is a territorial unit. Law is not a universal one. Of course, laws are present universally. Is it? That dimension is different. Then under primitive, primitive law is based on kinship. Next, in modern law, constitution, court or courts, police, parliament, jails, army, etc. are present. But in primitive law, that is absent. They are all absent. But people themselves, in primitive law, continue again, they are all absent, but people themselves work like police and judges. The people collectively take decisions. Next, under modern law, public opinion Generally not considered. This is only for election only, not to make the law. Is it? Yeah. Under modern law, public opinion, generally not considered. Directly don't say not considered. Generally not considered. But in primitive law, public opinion is ultimate. Next. Under modern law, both civil and criminal cases are present. But under primitive law, only criminal cases are present. Due to lack of individual property and egalitarianism. Next. Under modern law, private and public wrongs are clearly demarcated. Such a demarcation is absent in simple societies. Private and public wrongs. Next. Imprisonments are present in modern due to presence of police, judiciary and jails. But whereas in primitive societies, imprisonments are absent. Generally absent due to lack of police, jails, etc. Next. In modern law, expelling from the society is absent. But in simple societies, they are present. Expelling from the society. Under modern, capital punishments are present. Under primitive, they are rare. Many countries that's there. That's there. Implementing, not implementing, that is different. That's there. If you want to write it, otherwise leave it. What can I do for that? That is a point. So there is there or not, there is a big debate again. Accept or not accept? Is it? Say yes or no. There is a debate, no? Then it's a controversial matter. How can we go into present or not? That's it. Yeah. Okay, next. Yeah. Under evidences are scientific. Under modern, evidences are scientific. But under primitive, evidences are crude, based on oaths and RDLs, ORDEALS. based on oath. Oaths and RDLs. Yeah. See, is it not wrong again? Huh? Why can't you oppose it? In Supreme Court, in High Court, in the name of Gita, I am promising I speak only truth. I never speak any wrong. My hand. No, not in Bhagavad Gita, over. Now I can speak any wrong. Understand what I am saying? When I am saying this is Bhagavad Gita, for example, now I am saying what I am speaking true. Except truth. I never speak untruth. Finish. When I remove my hand from Bhagavad Gita, now I am free. I can speak whatever. The advocates themselves supply even evidence also. You know this? You know or not? If you give money, bundle, that means, is it? Evidence is also available. Many people will come and speak in the court. Yes, sir, I have seen in front of me he only stabbed. Scientific, modern law. Kahan hai bhai? Rape cases, many cases, manipulation, is it? How many manipulations? Examination point of view, लिखो, that's it. कुछ भी ना कर सकते हो. So sometimes even though there is a wrong, even though our will is not accepting, we have to write, that's it. That means, of course, DNA technology is there, scientific evidence is there, research is there, but DNA technology also they are manipulating. You know this? In Part-2 case, you know Part-2 case in Andhra Pradesh? You know, heroin rape case? Red-handed, after collecting semen from the vagina, they replaced it. In place of original semen, duplicate semen came. When corruption is prevailing, you can buy anything. You know, Chief Justice of India, Supreme Court also taking money. You know this? Chief Justice. But what is that? Criticizing Supreme Court or High Court. Opinion comes under contempt of court. You can't criticize, but they can manipulate. This is scientific. Kahan hai bhai scientific? Write for exam. That's it. You can't say anything. Recently, a big war between Supreme Court judges itself. Is it? 100% this question is going to rise in civil service. 100% is going to rise. That one and office of profit. What is office of profit? Of course, already number of times they ask, but this time again chances are there. Due to Delhi, Hyderabad, Delhi 21, 22, 21 I think, is it? 21 MLAs disqualified on the basis of office of profit. What about Haryana? What about Madhya Pradesh? What about some another states also? Same happened. They also office of profit that they comes under. Still cases are pending on them, but not suspended. Suspended only in Delhi. Reason is This is anti-BJP. They are BJP ruling governments. Supreme Court. What court? What nonsense. Brother, we are living in such a society. Shall we lead the life? That's it. This not a so. Constitution is extraordinary. Everything extraordinary, but implementation is a utter flop, is it? Implementational failure, each and every aspect. Sure. This is the country of the super rules, but land of worst implementation. Yes. Rules are extraordinary. Yes. Again, this is the birthplace of Rama, birthplace of Krishna, birthplace of Buddha, birthplace of what is that another? Mahavira. But this is the birthplace of all social, economical, political and another atrocities also. This is the land which is the center of all human atrocities. That's it. Come to here. Where we are? Evidences. Evidences, no? Scientific here, but whereas in tribal community, the evidences are crude based on oath and RDLs. RDLs means what? Compulsory mention this RDLs. Means what? But don't explain unnecessarily, lengthy. In number of books, paragraph they had given on this. So there's something, something they say something. If you are innocent, so boiling oil, no? Put the hand in the boiling oil. Or after firing a rod, is it burning? Is it firing? Rod is pakdo. If you are a unguilt, then nothing will happen to you. Such a क्या बोलना इसको? Not superficial beliefs. Such unscientific, unbelievable acts and beliefs are known as RDLs. RDLs. Yes. Still that's there. Sure. Even in newspaper also recently you might have seen, is it? In some village, same case. See, that is fate, that's it, we can't say sometimes. If you are unclean also, if you catch a firing rod, how can't it burn your? How far it is? Is it really true? No, definitely not. That don't know is a guilt or unguilt. That is a different dimension. But in our society also we believe one temple is there, Kanipakam. Is it? Kanipakam Vinayaka, no? Yeah. Even many people will go to that temple promising. Come and promise. Challenging. Society also believe that that belief system. Leave it. Yeah. So what's an RDS? Okay, that's it. Next. Yeah. Next, under modern law. Yeah. Modern law is based on established rules and regulations. Established rules and regulations. But in primitive law, they are based on public opinion, mediation, mediation, negotiation, and avoidance. That means simply they speak, छोड़ो यार, तुम बहुत मत करो, that's it. चलो हो गया. Avoidance. So और negotiation, okay, बात करते, बात करके प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करते. Okay, something like that. Mediation means believing in something, is it? Yeah. What English terminology we use for that? Some force will enter into the body that will speak. Medium, no, medium something terminology we use. That another term is also there. Medium, other term is there. Yeah. Then the something at the some, is it car festivals, jatars, is it? God enters into some women body or men, but 99% women body. Yeah. Then they speak, something, Punakam something, is it? Yeah. They speak something. Oh, aisa hota re, ye hota, oh hota. People also will ask, माँ बोलो, ये बोलो, क्या होता, वो क्या होता, ये क्या होता. चलो भाई. So something. Next. In modern implementation is very delayed. In primitive, implementation is immediate. Then punishments. Under modern, punishments are moderate and reform oriented. Then under simple, punishments are cruel they follow eye to eye rule. See, in band, total community is simple, kinship, that's why there is a mockery, fights, song duel, so there is different dimension. Band is different dimension. The tribe level, punishments are very severe. For rape, cut karo. You know that? For theft, hand nikal. Such a rule is known as eye to eye rule. So use any term, no problem. That's why it's a very cruel and eye for the follow, eye for eye. Some in some books, leg for leg also. You know that one? Yeah. So, yeah. Something. This is about modern law and another law. Yeah. Next, another one point. Yeah. Yeah. In modern, rules are applicable equally for all. Under primitive, rules are not applicable equally. Reason is, see, one person raped a woman. Whom he raped? A common girl. क्या हो गया? Compromise करो ना. Over. He raped chief wife itself. Chief wife को रेप करते क्या? Now finish him. Kill him. Like that. Yeah. He abused the term. Who? Common man. छोड़ो यार क्या. Abuse the chief. Very severe. That means application of law equally is not applicable in simple, is it? But in modern, equal application of law. Sure. So this is something over here.